Welcome, welcome, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully, great. Welcome to another Community Fit, and in particular, a midweek desk stretch. I was hoping Bob didn't move because he was asleep right here, and now you can just see his little butt right there. But Bob is here. Bob the dog is here, welcoming everybody. Okay, so we're gonna get started like we always do with our nervous system warm-ups. If you're like, I don't know what a nervous system warm-up is, don't worry, I'm gonna take you along my journey. If you have some nervous system warm-ups that work really, really well for you, go ahead and do those. And then we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna start concentrating where we've been concentrating, the neck. Today we're going to do, again, we're going to revisit some of the eye stuff and like neck mobility work, and then just a general caretaking of all things kind of shoulder to head area. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them into the chat. We always take care of all the questions right at the end. If it's a technical issue, again, feel free to drop that into the chat, and Raymond will try his best to help you problem solve whatever you got going on tech-wise. For now, go ahead and get comfortable, whatever that means for you. If it's sitting in a chair, if it's walking around, if it's on a couch, make it work for you. And like I said, we're going to start off with our nervous system regulation work. Why? Because nervous system work is quite literally the key to unlocking everything. If you're interested in that nervous system work, make sure you join us on Fridays for our Adjusting to Change toolkit. This week, we're going to be covering emotional literacy, which is kind of understanding what it is they feel inside and what is it that other people are feeling inside and making space for all of the things to be felt. And that's what we're going to work on for today. Go ahead and just take a nice inhale, like a regular human being inhale, and then exaggerate your exhale. And for some of you, that might be it. Just a short, normal human being inhalation and an exaggerated exhale. If that's enough for your nervous system, keep doing that. For the rest of us, take a big inhale, hold, hold for as long as you can possibly hold, and then see if you can hold just a little bit longer. Let out a big exhale all the way. Keep exhaling. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Get it all out, get it all out, get it all out, then hold. Hold. Hold a little longer than you think you can hold. And then allow your breath to just naturally take in that big gulp. Hold. You can hear the cycle. I can't cue you through this, right? It's an inhale, hold for as long as you can, full exhalation, hold for as long as you can, repeat, right? Inhale, exhale, pausing at both capacities, and do 3 rounds of those. I can't cue you through it because I don't know your respiration rate. I don't know what's going to work for you. So you got 3 more of those. I'm going to do 3 myself. Hold wherever you're at. Maybe even bring your hands together, get them warm. Take your nice warm hands, place them on your chest, on your throat, on your belly, and continue the breath. Holding. And then inhale and just relax. Maybe continue to have that warmth, and maybe there's just a little bit of rocking side to side or forward and back, or maybe there's some orientation. Just kind of looking around your space, taking in the space. Now, if you feel like you need a little more grounding, a little more nervous system work, go ahead and do what you need to do. Then bring your hands together, get them warmed up again. Let's start to work up in the jaw first. So both hands just holding onto the jaw and kind of pressing in and holding. Maybe the top teeth separate from the bottom teeth. And maybe your right hand pushes the lower jaw into the left hand just a bit. And then other. It's just this little translation, right and left. And then just like some circles. Maybe it's all the way in the bottom jaw and even underneath. Going right to your ears, and you're just going to give your ears just kind of like a general massage, just all over the place. And then, kind of like we did last week, we're going to work with some of the eustachian tubes, and that's where you get some drainage going on, which is going to help further release jaw, neck area. Here's how we're going to do it today. You're going to take like index and pinky fingers and kind of, and I'll even give you a clear visual here, wrap them around the ear, and then you're just going to kind of like squish your ear a bit. Now, it's not a full squish, it's just a little bit of a squish. You can even kind of go here. You can see it's just that. Top teeth, bottom teeth separated. Even seen video of people putting like a rubber band around their ear and kind of holding here. And this helps to drain some of the lymph and some of the puffiness and jaw tension, which, equates neck tension out of the face. Now, if this feels good, maybe you just hold there. If not, bring your hands together in the back, just like this, where the top of the neck and the head meet. And then they're just going to do some real gentle massage. Relax the elbows. It's just a little generic massage. Maybe it's up and down the back of the neck. And then hands kind of get a little separated. Now maybe you're on the side of the neck or throat area. Now you're using kind of like the palm of your hand. And then maybe it's to the front. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm kind of pushing in at maybe a 2 here, right? It's like how you would pet a dog or a cat, right? It's not super heavy, but it's enough to be felt. And then we're going to take our right hand onto the left throat. Big, heavy hand draws to middle as I twist my face to the opposite side. Left hand, right side of the throat. Big, heavy hand draws to middle as I twist in that direction. Big, heavy hand draws to middle and twist. One more. Big, heavy hand draws to middle and a twist. Right hand, left collarbone. We're just going to get a little simple massage here, just real generic. Again, heavy-handed, but not super heavy-handed. For me, if it's on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm pushing in around a 3 or a 4, right? It's enough, but not a whole bunch. And then I'm just going to take some fingertips and tap the collarbone all the way to the middle, all the way to the shoulder. Maybe even it's above the collarbone. Then we're going to go right into the armpit and just kind of hold. Just relax there. Again, just that hand in the armpit area, the nerves know what to do, right? You're just waking up that area and it kind of softens everything on that side. So we're just going to hold and breathe. I'm just looking at a clock here, another 15 seconds or so. And release. Appreciate any difference you feel between the sides you just worked on and the other side. Just let your nervous system take a moment to go, oh, something's different. And then let's do the other side. Just a generic massage. And then some taps. And then right into that armpit area. Just relax. About 20, 25 seconds. Couple of breaths. And then release. Just some gentle shoulder rolls. They can both go. You can do one. They can go asymmetrical. It's like whatever just feels good, right? We're just getting some big generic movement in before we go in and get a little more pinpointed or detailed. And just big movements. Now, maybe both shoulders go up towards your ears. Maybe when you clench your hands and it's like, how tight? Maybe your face gets tight. How tight? How tight? How tight? And then it's an intentional, conscious letting go. Tight? What can you get tight? And then there's an intentional letting go. One more tight and intentional letting go. From there, right into some guppy breaths. And guppy breaths are just top and bottom teeth separating. Again, this is not how big or how fast you can go. This is recognizing that there's some low grade tension in the jaw area, meeting that tension level, closing, backing off, meeting it, closing, backing off. It might look like this. As you can see, it's absurdly slow so that your nervous system and your body has a time to kind of register, oh, there's tension there. I'm going to meet it. I'm going to pause, and then I'm going to back off a bit, right? You can inhale, you can exhale, whenever makes sense for you, but you got 3 more to do. And then take your fingertips, little fingertip taps all around the face, focusing on like your particular hairline or like right at the top of the forehead down towards the sides, like you're kind of making an outline of your face. Then right underneath the eyes. And if you don't like that feel, you can do some soft caressing, or you can just take the palms and kind of just push in a bit. Whatever feeling or sensation works best for you. For me, I'm going to kind of go in here, and then maybe it's into the forehead. And again, you can be here. You can be here. Just what works best for you today. Now, from there, everyone will switch into like palms of your hands, and you're gonna go underneath your eyes, right on the cheekbone. It's like you're gonna try to gingerly push them into the face a bit. And on a scale of 1 to 10, it's at a 2 or a 3, so it's not heavy. And then we're gonna try to separate, right? So you're pushing in and pulling towards your ears. It's not gonna look like a lot, but it will look like this. I find sometimes, like this chair has an arm to it. Sometimes you might just want to kind of lean over and do that so you can let gravity help you out. And then go above the eyes, like eyebrow area. And then right into the eyes, and not heavy, not hard. We're not going to separate. It's just a gentle 1 to 3 level compression into the eyes. Slow release, and then just take your fingertips, tapping on the head, to the back of the head, side, just like right on the scalp area. See a question about guppy breathing and like TMJ, jaw popping. If you have some TMJ or jaw popping and you're doing the guppy breath, often you can kind of feel like, oh, it's about to pop. Stop where it feels like, oh, it's like about to pop. And just see if you can soften your tongue a bit, soften the palate of your mouth, soften your face a bit. And can I go a little bit, like a half a millimeter further? And then stop, right? It's not about going big. It's about where's the tension, where's the disruption? Can I meet it? And then choose to back off. That might be helpful. Okay, as promised, we're now going to get into some nervous system work, but first we're going to get into some fascial or connective work. We've been focusing a lot on like flexion, extension, tall posture. So as we go through this, you may want to think about the head ramp that we covered the first couple of weeks, which is taking your chin not back, not up, but like you're a boat down in water going up a boat ramp, or you're at the bottom of a flight of stairs or an escalator going up. So it's kind of up and back a bit. That might be a good posture to kind of play with here. The other thing that I would often cue, especially when I was working a lot with private clients, is I would say, how tall are you? And the answer might be 5'7", might be 6'1", it might be 4'11". Like, I don't know how tall you are. But can you sit as if you were that tall? Not taller. If you're 4'11", don't be 5'10", right? If you are 5'10", don't be 5'8". Just occupy your space. Like really fill out your space. And that is probably like a robust present posture. So see if you can be there throughout the remainder of these exercises. Now, we're going to go from fascia, connective tissue, from the bottom up, and then from nervous system, top down. Here's what I mean by that. We're going to take right hand and we're going to place it onto left shoulder. We're going to take left hand and we're going to kind of put it on that right elbow and then tweak it a bit. Like we're going to take that skin and kind of twist it, right? Both elbows are going to reach forward and you're going to sit up and occupy your space. You can probably already feel some tension in between like shoulders in that, for me, right elbow, whatever it is. Now, both elbows are going to rotate towards the left as you sit as tall as you are, or head ramp, whatever works best for you. You can probably feel some tension or twist in through the ribs. This don't go more than what feels like you can handle today. And then we're going to do some breath. As you inhale, visualize your lungs getting wider, bigger, and deeper. Exhale, soften. Keep the tension in the arms. Inhale, feel your lungs get bigger, wider, deeper. Exhale, soften. Come back to center. Release. A little shoulder roll. Let's go the other direction. Left hand, right shoulder. Right hand, left elbow. Twist, tweak, like lock and load on the elbow there. Both elbows are forward. Occupy your space, meaning get tall, head ramp, whatever works well for you. Twist both arms towards the right. Inhale, feel your lungs get bigger, deeper, wider. Exhale, soften. Center, release. Shoulder rolls. Back to the original side. If that was difficult for you, right? If you're like, "Oh, that's a lot of movement there." Maybe revisit that. For some of you, you're probably ready for a counter rotation. Right hand, left shoulder. Here we are. Everything is as it was. Reach forward, get tall. This time, as your elbows go to the left and they're reaching, I look to the right. Breathing, exhaling. One more of whatever that was. Everything meets in the middle. Release, reset. Other side. Twist. Head goes the opposite direction. Breathing. Center. Release, reset. Notice any changes. You might feel some awareness around diaphragm. You might feel some awareness around shoulders. That's a fascial release for the shoulder girdle, where your neck and head are resting on. Then both hands are going to hold on and they're going to pull apart. And then they're just going to move right and left. Maybe they go down and maybe they go up. And release. Interlock the hands, placing the hands on top of the head. Reach the head up into the hands, which is very different than pushing the hands down into the head, right? Then hold. Elbows are going to open up wide. And then elbows are going to try to touch the ceiling while your head is still pushing up into your hands, right? So you can feel your shoulders kind of lift. Then take a few breaths. Release. Little bit of a shoulder roll. Then right hand reaches over and tries its best to touch left ear. Left ear tries to pull right arm over, but right arm doesn't want to budge. Right elbow reaches up towards the ceiling. You can feel it kind of opens up through here. Hold, and then everything moves to the left. Couple of breaths. Other side. Left hand tries its best to touch right ear. Right ear pushes into the hand. Elbow reaches up, and then we go over. This side is so much more tight for me. Breathing. I need one more breath over here for my own body. Center, release. Some little nose circles here, right? Like you're drawing a circle in front of you. And then reverse. For me, your experience might be the same or it might be different. I am ultra aware in a good way of like shoulder girdle, collarbone, upper back, and it feels like my neck is so relaxed right now, like it's like a bobblehead almost. So I'm going to go in now and do some of that nervous system work, working on rotations. Here's what we're going to do. We have worked before of like twisting and kind of meeting the resistance, right? And when I say meet the resistance, it's an invitation for you to get ultra aware of like not how far you can twist, not how big it can be, but where does it go from like super easy, nothing to just like a little bit of resistance, right? This is not, if you're driving a car, this is not slamming on your brakes, right? This is like, oh, I see a red light and I think it's going to change. So I'm going to slow down just a bit. Okay, it's green. I'm ready to go, right? So it's just that boop, just a little bit of pressure. This is a little bit more than that, right? So this is not just meeting the resistance. This is not fully cranking. This is like, how far can I go where it's a comfortable stretch, but doesn't go full capacity and isn't hurting me? Here's what it looks like for me as I twist to the left, right? I could go more, but that feels like too much effort. Meeting resistance for me is somewhere right here. Where I'm talking about is kind of in between those. Hold. I don't want to move from the collarbone down. What I'm going to do is right now I'm looking at the left wall. I'm going to keep all my bones where they're at, and I'm going to make my eyes look for my left shoulder. I'm going to keep my eyes on the left shoulder, and then I'm going to take a couple of breaths. And I'm going to see if I can twist to the left a little bit more, and I'm going to hold. Then, without moving any bones, I'm going to make my eyeballs look towards the right as if they are looking for my right ear. And while I hold that, I'm going to see if I can twist a little bit more. And then, without moving anything from the collarbone down, I'm going to look over my left shoulder to something in the back of the room and see if I can twist a little bit more. And then release. Again, we've talked about it. Optic nerves connect right into the neck muscles and everything matches up. Let's repeat it on the other side. I twist, I hold. Eyes look for the right shoulder. I twist a little bit more. Hold. Eyes look for the left ear. I twist a little bit more. I'm going to hold because my eyes wanted to do something different. So I'm going to hold. And then my eyes are going to look for something behind me on the right, and I twist. The whole time I'm thinking, how tall am I? And I'm breathing and I'm aware. And then to center. Again, twist, shoulder, hold, twist more. Look to the opposite ear, twist more. Look behind you, twist more. Center. One more on this side. Twist that shoulder. Hold, twist. Opposite ear. Twist behind you. Center. Little small circles. And reverse. And then just paying attention. What felt really important for you today? What will you practice for the rest of the week? And what questions do you have today? Thank you so much for joining us. Please join us on Friday. And again, if you got any questions, feel free to drop those into the chat. And yeah, great. Oh, there's Bob. Okay, thank you everyone. Really appreciate your time. Oh, looks like we got a question over here in Q&A. Let's pull this. How do we get an invite for Fridays? Raymond, do you have the link for Friday's class? And if so, can you drop it into the chat? We have one request for an invite for Friday. Rebecca, if you're still on, Raymond's going to get you that link. Hey, everybody. So Raymond's going to drop that link in the chat. So stick around for that if you need it for Friday's class. And please, there it is. Please join us next week for another round. We're going to be wrapping up this segment over the next couple of weeks. I think we end on like the 21st. And then we'll take a break for a little bit, and then we'll be back with another 6-week segment. So if you are just joining us, we got a couple of weeks left, break, and then we'll be back for another 6 weeks. In the meantime, um, have a great week. Bye, everybody. Thanks.